What's up, my party people? It's your boy, Darshaun Smith, the host here at the Positivity Hour podcast. And we're here back for another video, here back for another audio file that you are listening to. And we're here to talk about a few things today. I got a couple topics I want to cover. The first of which is, being a law-abiding citizen. Okay, I want to talk about the whole, snitching thing that's kind of going on right now and how 9 times out of 10, you would snitch too. But also, just talk about, the culture surrounding, the rap industry right now and things of that nature. And just give my take on it, my unique perspective as a law-abiding citizen. And just talk about that because I think we often get things a little misconstrued thinking we're like that, but really, if you were in that room, you singing like The Weeknd, as Blackie Speaks said. And then the other thing I want to talk about, my uncle had suggested I talk about living with someone with who's bipolar. So I'm gonna just talk about mental illness on the back end of this episode as well, just because, hey, conveniently, they talk about that in the rap industry too, and I just want to, shed light, okay, because mental illness is a real thing, you know what I'm saying? But there are things we can do to help each other out and control it within ourselves. So we'll be talking about that today as well. So roll the intro and let's get straight to it. Woo! All right, now that we are straight to it, I done zoomed my camera in a little bit. Oh my God, zoom out. I be forgetting this camera zooms sometimes. But let's just hop straight into this. So I do have the two talking points that I obviously want to talk about, here on my screen. That's why I'm looking at my screen. Last week when I had the points, it was on my phone, but I decided that maybe I want to use my large display here and just display it there, but still look at the camera because this is a conversation. I'm telling you a story and I appreciate you for listening. Okay, always suggest new things. If you have something you want me to talk about, please do let me know. And if you have something that has been irritating you, or it's like, Darshaun, you can be doing that way better, let me know. Okay, I can't get better if no one's giving feedback. You know what I'm saying? I can't get better and grow and share this positivity, share these good vibes, as my boy Noah would say, the good vibes guy. Spread these good vibes with the world, if we're not talking about how we can, elevate ourselves and take this platform to the next level. So that being said, how we always start these podcasts, I always just talk about life and such. And I'm in a great transitional period in life right now, okay? Both from very personal stuff to, literally where I'm about to live in the next week, and to what I'm doing for my future and the steps I'm taking in that direction. So in short, I'm great. I'm living life. I'm trying to help people when I can, give people opportunities, and most importantly for me, because that's what life is really about, you need to focus on yourself sometimes. I'm trying to take all the new opportunities that are coming my way, but most importantly, I'm trying to make those new opportunities come to me. And if they're not coming to me, I'm gonna go find them. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. I'm just here to grow and develop, and most importantly, really just become the person that I want to be, doing what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still trying to figure out what that looks like. I'm a human just like you, as we're going to talk about in today's episode, tan line. But we're going to also just talk about, just leveling up, you know what I'm saying? So I want you to level up too. I want you to know that you matter. I want you to know that you can do anything you put your mind to. And largely speaking, I don't care if you're black, you're white, you're some other ethnicity, some other shade of the spectrum. If you're male, female, intersex, I don't care what your background is, political, you're from here, you've never experienced. I don't care. You can do anything you put your mind to, and it's that simple, okay? Now, don't get it twisted. There are definitely going to be some barriers in the way, but I don't care if you were born with $1 trillion and a silver spoon. You're still going to have to get over some hurdles in the process, okay? So just because some people start at different places in the race, that doesn't mean that you can't still succeed in the end, okay? First place ain't always the winner, okay? That's also another thing, okay? Like I said, I'm trying to be the 15th richest person in the world. You want to know why? Because you ain't got a clue who that person is. So let's just let's get into the video topic now. I'm just rambling. I was just going off on being all happy and positive and stuff. So yeah, like I said, telling you a story. So first topic, okay? I'm not gonna do any like crazy numbers or anything. I'm just gonna talk about this because it's a very common thing. And the first common thing, let me actually tell you what we're talking about, is being a law-abiding citizen, okay? And how a lot of people in the rap industry, and most importantly, just like especially like black folks, but other minority communities, like folks that come from Mexico, or specifically minority communities in the United States of America. Let me specify even more. Or just like immigrant groups. We all tend to, not snitch for just to get to the point, and that's for a number of reasons. And as a person who, like I said, recently graduated with a college degree or two, and one of those being in the social science of studying human behavior, you learn a couple things about like why this is the case. And something I really always like learned and found interesting was like, especially with like immigrant communities, maybe some of those people who may have overstayed their welcome or something like that, they're less likely to report crimes, even though they want to report the crimes for fear of being like deported for some reason. So it's like, it's crazy out here that like, that's like a limiting factor. Is like our immigration system is so poor that we can't even like properly process people's to get the people to coming in to get working visas or to get some sort of permanent residency or green card. So they are forced to take drastic measures just to live a better life. And that's the funny thing. They still contribute to the economy. They pay tax, they send their kids to the school. It's all of that. But we see the barrier of the having people report crimes in these neighborhoods all come down to the simple fact that like they're just scared of the police sending them back to whatever country they came from, whether that be Mexico or Estonia or Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? Like all these immigrant communities, even Canada. The Canadians be overstaying the visa too. Okay, don't sleep on them. Just because they ain't no wall up there, don't mean nothing. But yeah, I say all that to say that like being a law-abiding citizen is still cool, and largely, like I said, because I wanted to center this, topic around like the rap industry, because I was just watching a video from Blackie Speaks. That's the reason I referenced him earlier. You should go check his channel out. Is because Quando Rondo, the rapper who is signed to the same label, or to NBA YoungBoy's label, or YoungBoy Never Broke Again is his official artist name, is currently about to, I don't know, catch some very large cases. You know what I'm saying? Like some RICOs and some all the other stuff. I'm not gonna like break down all of that. This ain't like a law channel. I'm just talking about like the societal conversation that's going on right now, and I'm giving my take on the matter. And I think this is really interesting because, in the process of gathering information, as Blackie Speaks was talking about, a lot of people are solid on the outside when they're doing the crime. But as I wrote here on my notes, okay, most people gonna take a deal at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do the crime, do the time. You know what I'm saying? That's why being a law-abiding citizen is still cool. That's why, like, most of y'all who get worked up about like a 6ix9ine, snitching on the gang, or like a gunna wanna potentially saying something here, something there. Yes, ma'am. He said like 25 times, is YSL gang. Yes, ma'am. Like whatever. People get all worked up about that, but it's like, bro, you don't even have to worry about these things. Like the street code, air quotes for all of you who couldn't see what I just did there, don't exist for you. Okay. And for the most part, the street code, air quotes again, doesn't even exist at all anymore. Okay, like street people don't really have morals. You could argue they've never had morals. Like it's like I said, it's the difference between like I said, just doing what you're supposed to do, which is largely a legal route to the paper, a legal route to betterment of your people, a legal route to leveling yourself up, versus like a what everyone else is trying to do, where they're like, oh, like Boot Gang IG, I'm a run into this Dunkin' Donuts, do some crazy stunt, steal some stuff, break some property, low key catch a charge, and then like I don't know, like it's crazy out here. Okay, so like this is me, I guess, from a very large perspective, just like critiquing society. You know what I'm saying, and like our need to have notoriety. You know what I'm saying. And that's like the theme of this section, okay? Being a law-abiding citizen is still cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I've stole a pack of gum from the store before, okay? I had to take it back and apologize to the manager, okay? Like what small kid hasn't done that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we all break the law occasionally, okay? I may have downloaded an illegal song like 10, 20 years ago, okay? I'm 22, okay? I did when I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. Statute of limitations. But I say all that to say that, like, we all have our flaws. No one's perfect, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we see a lot of this, like, oh, he's snitching here, or he's doing this and that, and it's like, hey, bro, you wouldn't find yourself in this situation if you weren't doing anything illegal in the first place. Like I said, being a law-abiding citizen is pretty cool still. But I say all that to say that even our politicians aren't, you know what I'm saying? So it's not even just like rappers or this and that, obviously these people have like vast amounts of income, and we know in America, our judicial system is largely based on how much money you're making, okay? If you're making $1 million a year, you're gonna be able to pay that $500,000 bail probably, because if you don't have it cash, someone likely who can lend you that, or even you have the assets to back up getting a loan or something like that for that money. So I don't know. It's a pay-to-play system, and it's something that needs to be corrected, but that is a topic for a different day. So I want to take a break from that and come back to that in a later video, because that is a good topic. I'll make sure to write that down. But I want to switch to the whole mental illness side of things, and I want to talk about also how you can, live with the person who has some sort of mental illness, but also provide you some resources, some links and things in the description below that you can click on and view as well. But most importantly, just talk about, my experience with living with people with mental illness, or just like my take on the matter, or what have you, you know what I'm saying? Because I definitely have a lot to say. But make sure you drink some water, okay? I got the gallon jug back again. No Mio or anything special in it, just straight from the tap. Iowa City water is mid at best, okay? Gotta love it. Okay, so for the mental illness side of things, like I said right here, I really just want to talk about mental illness and how you can help yourself, and most importantly, why you should, go out and get help when you need it, okay? Mental illness is very real, and I have some links right here, or like some definitions and stuff I want to just like, talk about, so you can get the whole like main gist of what's going on here. And somehow, some way, I'm going to link this into the whole like hip hop thing as well. You know what I'm saying? And so look alive for that. But mental illness is a general term for a group of illnesses that may include symptoms that can affect a person's thinking, perceptions, mood, or behavior, okay? Mental illness can make it difficult for some to cope with work, relationships, or other demands, okay? I could already link this back into the prior topic about like the rap industry, or just like immigrant communities, or like the whole like policing system here, or judicial system, even larger perspective, with like, yeah, that's why a lot of people do illegal stuff in the first place. They have like situational depression, okay? Now the other kind of depression where you have, and you're just like, I don't know, you take pills and all that, like that's a whole another topic for another day. I kind of want to do a whole video about like what like these 100 people think about depression, but yeah, whatever. I just want to talk about situational depression, okay? This is a very like primitive human like instinct type thing, okay? And you get situational depression when you're like, as it says, in a situation and like something's not going right, so you feel a little down, you feel depressed, okay? You feel like something needs to change. And this could be like, I don't know, I don't know, I'll use G Herbo as an example, okay? Because he's talked about this, G Herbo is a mental health advocate and mental illness person, and he's doing stuff through his nonprofit to help the young kids in Chicago and around, inner cities really cope with a lot of the stuff they're going on. But G Herbo, he went on the Breakfast Club one day and was just talking about his brother being murdered right in front of him, you know what I'm saying? And just like seeing his brains blown out, or like right there on the ground, you know what I'm saying? Like JFK and his wife, in the back in Dallas. Tough. But yeah, no, he was talking about that, and was just talking about how like he was coping with it, and it was through like the alcohol, it was through the lean, it was through all these drugs and stuff like that. And it took him like a whole year to like get out of the slump. but he found what he needed to do. He was able, because he's a millionaire, he was able to get the resources. He was going to rehab. He was doing this, talking to this person, making sure he could set aside the time for that, and it's just trying to do everything he could just to level himself up. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that like we get a lot of like mental health, mental illness overlap, whether it be situational depression or like, in these other mental disorders that are on here, anxiety, clinical depression is the other one I was talking about, or bipolar disorder, or dementia, or schizophrenia, or, autism. Like all of these things, affect people differently. And a lot of these things are ADHD or whatever you want to put in there. A lot of these things still affect people, especially in the rap industry. That's why you see a lot of these people drinking, the lean, taking Xan bars, doing all this very illegal activity because like so much trauma like has like happened in their life. These people really have PTSD. Like some of these wrote street people and their street codes, more air quotes, but you get the point. Okay, I think the air quotes bit is done, but you get the point what I was saying. Okay, these people have really like gone to war in these streets, what I'm saying, over some territory, over some money, over something illegal, which is, like I said, it's okay to be a law-abiding citizen. Even G Herbo said like, hey, like if you were the person to stay out the gang activity back where in the hood where he was from, like that made you a leader, because like none of them street people wanted to do what they were doing. That was just something to feed their family and put money on the table, put food in the doors, put some clothes on the younger sister's back. You know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say that like these people now have long-term, like life-changing, things happening in their brain to where they can't live, as they've said, without drinking this lean or drinking that comethazine or some sort of drug or something, in which conveniently they get pulled over and then they're in jail for 5 or 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So like from that perspective, we like as both black people, but just people in general as a society, men, women, non-binary folks, Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians, Independents, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Just everyone in this country, and more importantly, everyone on this planet with a little bit of rocks and a lot of water, we need to come together and really just like get to the source of a lot of people's problems. And we can solve a lot of these mental illnesses, whether it be the depression, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be, someone's, autism or bipolar disorder or whatever, we can better live and cope with these things and really get people the help they need if we prioritize it. And most importantly, just give it the resources it needs. I live in Iowa. If you like didn't know, I just said I was in Iowa City, Iowa, like 5 minutes ago. But Iowa's mental health system is trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's a wellness check? Like, you know what I'm saying? No, bro. Like, if you have some disorder or something like that, they send you to the penitentiary, bro. It's so bad. And we definitely can see good examples around the country, whether it be like New Jersey or, like California. Like, we see people trying to make steps in that, direction of providing better resources, to people with who are in like situations where like things are going bad or something bad's about to happen. But I think largely something that affects this is like the whole like boy who cried wolf thing right here. Okay. And this I'm going off script now. This just came to my mind thing. But and like I said, I'm still relating it to the it's okay to be a law-abiding citizen thing. Okay. Because I was thinking about like people who do mass shootings. Okay. For example, when these people, particularly the white folks who do mass shootings, who funny enough do most of the mass shootings in the United States of America, but no one talks about that. When these white folks, eventually, murder, tens of people, 20, 30, 100, whatever amounts of people, and they get to the court system, the judicial system, like I said, linking back to our previous topic, they always spring the mental illness card. This person grew up like this, so there's no way he could have known this was bad. Okay, this person actually has this, meaning that he didn't even know that was a problem or something. Like it's the whole boy who cried wolf thing. We see so much of like just trying to play it off as like a mental health thing, and then we're like, oh, we'll give him the pass because of that. But like, we don't even talk about fixing the system. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yes, we understand that maybe if I even believe what you're saying is true for like 5 seconds, okay, and that person who went into that church and killed all those black people praying didn't just hate black people, because of our racialized history in our country. Like let's just assume that this man just happened to have some mental disorder or something like that. Why aren't we trying to like put more money into the whole mental health system, or even just create a mental health system so this can stop happening? You know what I'm saying? I think largely we as a society are just not doing a lot to, help these people. So this is why I'm going to offer you some steps to help yourself. Okay. And this is how I'm going to end the video. Okay. You thought I was just rambling. No, I saw that as a springboard to get to the end of the video. Okay. Things you can do to help yourself. Okay. I'm not even looking at my notes. Okay. Cause I didn't even write this down, but like I said, situational depression is real. Sometimes, you just find yourself in a slump or something like that. And I'm going to just tell you what's worked for me. You know what I'm saying? What's worked for making me feel better when times are tough, or what gets me out of bed when I don't want to, because I know today is going to be a bad day, air quotes, but every day is a great day. Okay. And that's the start. Okay. It's the mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard for a lot of people to understand this, but also it really just comes down to what you value, and most importantly, the people you have around you. Okay. In a lot of places, if you're like suicidal or something's not going for you, that just comes down to the people around you. Maybe they don't support you, maybe they don't see you, maybe they don't check in on you enough. So like you take drastic measures, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you just don't exist, you know what I'm saying? So you just feel othered, you feel separate from the society. So you try to delete yourself from the world. But I'm here to tell you, like I started this, tell you on the start of this whole episode, you matter. You're important, and you deserve to be here because, hey, like life is so hard to like happen. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you are still here today means something. Okay, I don't know what your purpose is. I'm not here to tell you what your purpose is. Okay, because I don't even know mine half the time. But what I'm here to tell you is that you can find it out. Okay, you can do anything you put your mind to, and that comes down to your mindset. Okay, whether you're living with a person with some sort of mental disability or some mental illness or disorder, like you have to set the tone, for yourself, your expectations, your like what today's gonna look like. Getting out of bed and trying to support that person to the best of their ability really just comes down to you actually wanting to do it. And if you don't want to do it, you need to find the ability or the resources for that person so that they can get better, or so that they can get the help they need. You know what I'm saying? And that's still helping you. So like believing, or just understanding that life is fragile, life is rare, to our knowledge, there's no life outside of this planet right here. So it'd be pretty cool if there was, but as of right now, we don't know. So we just need to like believe and just understand and just be grateful for the little things, you know what I'm saying? And that's just a really first thing right there. But like, we all go through our own struggles occasionally. And one of these struggles, I don't actually have an example of a struggle, but I just have an example of how to get through the struggle. So I provide yourself the ability to improve your self-image of yourself, or, your capabilities in this world, both in terms of, what you're thinking about that may be leading to what the things you're doing in life, but also how you're interacting with these people with mental illnesses or something like that. Like get in shape, like work out. Like that's a real like helpful thing right there. Like working out, going on walks, runs, playing basketball, lifting weights, like exercising to the best of your ability, doing whatever you can, literally like makes your body better. Okay. And if your body is better, like that, what do you think all of this goes eventually? Okay. It goes to your brain. Okay. And if your brain is good, okay, if you're feeling good up here, you're going to be better out to the outside world. You're going to be talking to people better. You're going to be able to interact with people better. You're going to be able to be more patient with people better. So that's what I've always done. Whenever I feel like a little sad or a little down or something, I'm like, that didn't work out. I literally go work out. You know what I'm saying? I go run a little bit. I go play some basketball. I'm having fun. That's what it's really about sometimes. You just need it. Like I said, it's a moment to surround yourself with other people, or if you are in isolation, it allows you to think. But since you are bettering your life, you're actively doing something to level up, it changes, something inside you. I don't know what that is. I'm not a psychology major. I graduated with a degree in sociology, okay? I know about human behavior, not how you work inside. But maybe I have to bring a psychologist on now. But you get the point, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it does to you, but for me and the people I associate with, like getting your body in check, or at least moving and being an active part in your community, that helps a lot, you know what I'm saying? And most importantly, I think one of the biggest things we could do to help ourselves, but also to help the people that we are living with, sometimes, is to reach out to people who have the resources to help. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm going to drop like a whole bunch of links down below, just to get you started. It all just comes down to you doing some research. It all comes down to you wanting to go out and find, people who can better your life. Have you tried talking to a therapist? Have you tried to go to a few different doctors? Okay. Pills aren't the best option. Okay. You don't need to slow everyone down sometimes. Okay. They don't need all the pills or all the injections or stuff like that. Maybe the person just needs someone to talk to. Maybe they need a therapy dog. Okay. Like we gotta start thinking outside the box. Or most importantly, we just got to start thinking in general. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it really comes down to. But I say all that to say that, we have a lot more control about things in our life than we would like to, admit, but most importantly, talk about. Now, I'm speaking very general here. I understand people's certain circumstances are a little bit different. Not everybody has the money to do these things, or not everybody even has the internet access to try and find something online. Not everyone has the ability to have the free time to research these things or something like that. That's why I'm trying to get you started with the stuff in the comment section below, and most importantly, just trying to, if anything, like give you the inspiration and the motivation, right here and right now, to try and help yourself become your best self, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's perfect. We're all a little bit messed up. We're all going through a lot in life, but it all starts with a simple text message. Like my sister, she texted me yesterday, literally just checking in. How's your mental health? I appreciate that. A simple little text like that can go a long way. A simple, like, hey, I care about you. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure you get a good meal in today. Something like that. A high five, looking at a stranger, be like, hey, have a great day today. You never know. That could have just changed. That you could have just saved someone from committing suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like simple, small little things like that can just impact a person's life. So get to it. And remember, being a law-abiding citizen is still cool, okay? With all that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hit comment, and I'll share a report. I don't care what you do, as long as you stay positive at the end of the day, or at least trying to. This has been episode 124 of the podcast. And yeah, man, this drawing was almost 30 minutes long. It's going to be like that with the intro and outro. So look alive for that. And we out. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, like I said, be sure to comment how I could be better. And I'll see you next time. Woo! Yeah, we back again with the after sounds. I was going to say something else, but then I forgot. So goodbye.